Hello, my name is Mariana, and this is a reading for Pisces. So, Pisces, yeah, before I begin with your reading, let me introduce my deck. As always, I'm doing a reading with my own deck, so the cards that you'll see are from this deck. And so I was, really skeptical and trying to consider whether I should record this reading today, actually, and even ever, because the message that I'm receiving here, Pisces, it's not so uplifting, and to me is quite sad actually, because the Aquarius message was such a beautiful and uplifting one, and just to feel your energy from the looks of what I'm already seeing in here, it feels like there is this deep loss and this huge, uncomfortable, intense transformation that you're going. And I feel like, although that might be a very hard phase, or you might be going through an intense moment of your life, Pisces, the way that this message is being delivered today, it's like you are being protected through the entire path, through this entire chapter. And it feels like a very tricky, maybe treacherous way. And it's almost like you're being lulled into some kind of deep sleep so that you don't have to worry about your own safety. It's like your own safety, especially your spiritual safety, your soul, the purity of your soul is being protected by some sort of angel, because the way that I heard it, it's just such a soft voice, and I feel like they are addressing you, and the way that they are doing so is like treating you as a child, so one that should be cared for. So the reason why I say that is because we're starting a reading with the Page of Cups, and actually this card featured in the Aquarius reading, but for you it's like a very different perspective to the Aquarius one. For you, Pisces, coming as this Page of Cups, I feel like you're not, it's almost like you're in that mid stage between being awake and being asleep, where you're not entirely, or not, consciously aware of your surroundings. There's a lot of precariousness a little bit here. So the way that this angel was communicating to me, and just to translate how they're watching over you, it's like watching over this lulling. It's almost like they are intentionally lulling you into this deep sleep, or into this dormant kind of stage, calling you a sweet child. This is what I heard with the Page of Cups. And I almost felt like, a little bit of pity, because it felt like very like wanting to take care of you, Pisces. But I feel like there is this, divine entity, this angel or spiritual being, that it's not here physically, but they are looking after you, and it's almost like they are this siren that is singing a beautiful lullaby so that you can remain in this innocent position while this goes on. So we have the Death card coming next, and this actually, it usually comes as a door, like a slightly open door, because of this here. But the Death card today for you, Pisces, came through as a bullet, and a bullet piercing through your heart. So in a way, in order for you to go through this, maybe a dark phase, maybe an intense phase, maybe just a huge transformation that is shaking you up, there is this spiritual, invisible entity that is coming through auditorily, making sure that you go through this experience but protected safely, right? Even though everything around you is changing deeply, right? It's like this bullet could really pierce through your heart, but I feel like somehow there is, it's almost like trying to lessen or trying to decrease the amount of harm and pain that could get to you. So after this death card, we have these two very interesting cards, the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. After, it's like this bullet crossing, it's like an unexpected bullet, meaning an unexpected transformative event that really shakes up your basis, the emotional basis upon you, upon which you stand. And this Four of Cups is talking about the emotional stability. Well, especially if we're talking about a child, and maybe even this is not for you specifically, although I feel like it's addressing Pisces, but this could be a child of yours, right? Or somebody that is younger than you and that you feel like you need to protect them. You know, just apply however it fits for you. But the way that I'm seeing the Four of Cups with the Five of Pentacles, I feel like there is this displacing or misplacing, how do you say that? It's like the place of emotional stability that you knew, it's like this death or this bullet is taking that away from you, right? The emotional stability is no longer there. And with this Five of Pentacles, I'm seeing like a crossing saying, no, here, there's no more room for you. It's like this, maybe we're talking about something that you took for granted, maybe a person, maybe even this child, right? You took for granted and it's no longer possible. It's no longer your place, right? Interesting, because the Five of Pentacles was also in the Aquarius reading, and it was talking about being in the right place at the right time, but being given this map. And I feel like this is almost like being removed, or, you know, being taken out from this place of comfort, of stability, of safety and security, because of something that unexpectedly came through, right? And knocked you over, or knocked this kid over, right? However it plays for you. But the curious thing about this Five of Pentacles, especially because of the Ace of Pentacles that is next here, it's like, although this place where you were finding or some sort of security, some sort of safety, some sort of protection, at least emotionally, right? That is no longer safe for you, or there is no longer any room for you, Pisces. Don't worry, because what is being removed for you, it's like really opening up a new door. This Ace of Pentacles is talking about what is being taken from you. It's going to be given back for you without all of the restrictions, or without all of the limitations, all of the stagnancy perhaps. But nevertheless, it's like it's a deep change, right? So it feels like something unexpected that holds a true gift, but you're not seeing it as a gift so far. And I feel like until, you know, the in-between phase of being removed and then receiving a new opportunity, a new door that is opening. Interesting that, you know, usually this is a door that is lightly open. So perhaps you are being pushed through this door, right? Or some door is closing that you're not yet seeing what is going to open up next for you. And I feel like this is something that is, it's like carrying value that you don't see yet, right? Because maybe you saw yourself, right, as being, as belonging in that place or in that state, and suddenly it no longer fits you, right? It's not suiting anymore. But with these two cards coming next, Two Swords cards, this is some sort of divine intervention. This is part of the lulling that I was already picking up on, like how this voice was communicating this message for you, Pisces. But there's also something else. It's like, you know, when something is really screwed, or when something is like really hard, like a very tricky and difficult challenge that you feel like you have no other choices. It's like you're being pushed and you're being placed in a situation that is dark and intense and uncertain and full of unrequired change. That's the thing, unrequired change, right? It's like this change was imposed over you, perhaps. And I feel like all of this is like being told by this angelical voice that I'm hearing, you know, calling you a sweet child with a tender heart. And in order for this not to be as harmful as would be like a bullet, you know, piercing through your heart, it's like you are being protected. And these two cards are talking about this. So the Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. And it's beautiful that the Ten of Swords is ending, actually, because, and although the Ten of Swords is talking about, you know, in traditional tarot is one of the hardest cards in the entire tarot, I feel like this is, it's like you're being given blinders, but intentionally so, right? So that you don't have to, it's not feel this. It's like you are feeling the intensity. It's like you are a very soft, maybe empathic being, right, Pisces? Or this child that you're dealing with is very sensitive, right? It's like a very vulnerable position. But the intent of this angel, of this being that is, you know, it's like they have arrived. It's like they're making their presence known through like the entire message, right? It's like, it's really interesting to me because the tone of the voice is so soft. It's not like a whisper because I can hear properly, but it's like very delicate. It's like a very feminine, very delicate voice. So anyways, what they're doing here is like what I was talking about in between these two phases, right? Where one door is closed and then the next is yet to open, but you cannot see the value of it yet, or you cannot see any sort of new opportunity opening up yet. It's like in between these two cards, although, you know, these two are coming after the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like these two are asking you to trust, in a sense, because the Six of Swords is talking about, like, it's really saying to me like that, don't worry about the path or the journey towards this new thing, Pisces. We are going to take care of it, and we're going to take care of it in a way that everything that could be potentially negative or harmful or painful is going to be kept away from your, it's almost like you're being given this free passage, which is something that came through, I believe, in Capricorn's reading a few readings back. I think it's called Safe Passage, the name of the reading. So anyways, but I feel like you are being granted, in a sense, a divine protection from like because it's like it's inevitable. It's almost like, yes, maybe you didn't ask for this huge transformation, right? But it's here nonetheless. It's like where you were, or where you thought was like the place where you belonged, right? Where you took for granted, where you felt at home, where you felt protected, is no longer suitable, is no longer available, is no longer protective. It's like you have to go, right? You have to cross this door. You have to shut this door behind you on, you know, this place that maybe used to be everything that you knew, everything that gave you the sense of security. So the 6 and the 10, this is like it's almost like this preview of like, really don't worry, Pisces. Yes, the journey is going to be, you know, it's going to be a bumpy ride. It's not going to be something like really easy breezy. It's going to be like, you know, navigating through turbulent waters, essentially. But everything that we can avoid to protect you, this is this angel talking, right? It's like, we are going to avoid, we are going to open the way, we're going to minimize the damage, we're going to make sure that it's like softening the waves. It's like, you know, if you were to receive the tsunami right, you know, face on, right? It's like they are trying to minimize it. They're trying to make sure that they are, well, opening up this safe passage, but also because of the image on the Six of Swords, it's like they are conducting the boat, right? It's like they are asking you to trust, Pisces, so that they can take over the control of the boat, right? So that they can navigate through this harsh weather, through this storm, just to make sure that you're going to safely get to the other side, right? And it's because they know that what's on the other side, in a sense, it's like a new door that is opening up, that is of great value to you, that is free in a sense of all that just restricted you, really. So I feel like saying, Pisces, yes, the path ahead might be, you know, filled with stormy events, right? Or maybe overwhelming to such a gentle soul as yours, or to this kid that we're talking about. Maybe we're just talking about like you know, growth process, right? But your innocence, in a sense, is being protected. Your softness, your gentleness, your fragility, in a sense, your purity is being protected. It's being like anything that could potentially be very harmful or very damaging to you is being toned down, right? So believe that. And I feel like, yeah, it's like really let the angels take control over this boat, and you'll be able to navigate it more calmly, even though it's a very intense experience, at least this phase, this moment. So Pisces, I'm going to pull more cards to see where this wants to go, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological rooms in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be happy to see you. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.